It's gonna talk off the hand.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
Oh shoot. My bad, y'all. Technical difficulties. Hold on, y'all. This is so embarrassing. Hold on, y'all. At least it gives time for everybody to get into the chat, baby. Cause Jesus. And we're live. So you guys already know how this works. I'm gonna be doing it by myself. Unfortunately, Black Pop couldn't make it tonight, so it's just gonna be me tonight. So I'm dropping the link if anybody wants to join and talk about the reunion. Let's talk about the reunion fights. Let's talk about everything that happened. I just dropped the link, Dimitri, to so you guys could join. So the link that I just put right now, link in the chat, I just dropped it. I'm gonna actually pin it in the comments. So you could join with the link. You don't have to show your face. You could just join by audio. And yeah, last night, to be honest, I was so pissed recording this damn reunion. So mind you, when I do my recaps and stuff, I do it quick. So I'm like, I just did the Bad Boys one. Okay, I'm like, bet, okay, time for Joseline's one. So I click Joseline's one, error. Okay, Whitney, you have to turn on your either your audio or your camera. You don't have to show your you don't have to show your face, but you have to turn at least your audio on. Because I can't add you without that. Just so you know, because I've seen you try to come up, but I can't add you without your audio at least. But no, I'm trying to click it or whatever. So I'm like, to watch the reunion. So I'm like scrolling, and it just keep loading. It just keep loading. So I just see all these people in the comments. They start getting mad. They're like, "Oh, we want our refund back. We want the money back. We want our money back." So I'm like, "Oh my god!" So you mean to tell me I'm not gonna be able to do the recap tonight? So I was pissed. I was livid until I seen somebody in the comments. Somebody in the comments posted and said, "Put like go to the Zeus website on your phone or laptop and go through the actual link and watch it out on like a browser on your phone." So that was the only way I was able to watch it. I had to watch it through a browser on my phone. The app still wasn't working even after I watched it through the website, like through the website in the browser on my phone. So yeah, I was so pissed. Let's get into the fights and everything like that. So the main thing I was happy about was Joseline getting knocked on her bootay. Okay, she got knocked on her ass, and I'm gonna go to some accounts that slowed it down because it needed to be done. I think that Joseline got away with a lot more than she should have. Like, to be honest, so the fact that Amber is smart because she saw that opportunity, she saw the increase of opportunity walk in, so she sashayed her tassel skirt, her tassel bra on. She said, boom. Like, you feel me? Like, yes, she was spooked. And there's a video going viral, right? There's a whole video going viral. I want to show you guys. It was the funniest thing that I've ever seen in a minute about Justice Cabaret. Like, you know how the moments end up going viral? It was one of the funniest things I've seen in a moment. It was basically Joseline backstage looking basically spooked. So I guess she was trying to scare the people backstage or something, but she just ended up looking crazy. Let me see if I can find this video. Oh yeah, there it is. I found it. So I was scared by screw with you guys. Like I said, if you guys want to join the live, I want to hear you guys' opinion and hear what you guys got to say about the reunion, especially if you watched it last night. So here you go. This is the video I'm talking about. Hold on, no, I gotta go to it. I gotta hear the audio because it makes it funnier. Wait. Okay, look. Look at Jocelyn facing. Jocelyn looks waxed out like a wax figure. Okay, Dimitri, you just joined, so I'm gonna add you and finish the video off a little bit later. Hey, Dimitri, what's up?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfect.
Ugh, it was a fucking mess. Oh, sorry, I can't cuss.
No,
was,
don't try not to, please. Okay, what do you think about the reunion?
It was terrible, like straight terrible. It was garbage. It was trash. It was everything above. It was just not.
Do you think they should have edited out even more, because there was some parts where they Ballistic Loki admitted he did everything, like he Loki admitted in certain parts. Do you think they should have edited out more? Like, what do you think?
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, this is the thing with Zeus, and I don't understand why they do this. Like, they had let Joseline have too much control of this whole show, and I understand she's a producer or whatever, but she's also like talent. So at the end of the day, like, I think they allowed her to do so much, and even cutting out the stuff that they did a terrible job at it. So it was like, and at this point, we all know what happens. It's not like it didn't exist, and I hate the fact that even like the CEO right now talking about, oh, we're just doing a whole full investigation. You were there. You know exactly what happened. Just because your face is blurred out does not mean that you weren't there and your mind just out of nowhere just forgot all about this situation. It was you clearly talking to Joseline crazy too. So I don't know why. So I don't know why he thinks that it's okay to just act like this nothing happened. Now, I don't know. I mean, they're really dumb. I don't know. They're doing too much at this point, acting like this never happened and never existed. When
Not
it had
gonna lie, I was shocked the fact that Lemmy took that approach last night against Jocelyn. I never would have thought he would have stood up to Jocelyn. I low-key thought that he was scared of Jocelyn. Like, if he would have ever checked Jocelyn, Jocelyn would hit him. The fact that he came on stage last night was like, hey, I'm going to take control of the situation here. We're going to calm down. Like, I was kind of shocked. Were you shocked that Lemmy snapped on Jocelyn like that?
Well, it's like, the thing is, I think he's realizing now that she is not easy to work with. But you know what? Like, my whole thing and my whole issue with Mr. Lemmy Pepper, like you would call him.
Pepper Stepper.
Yeah. He's the most evil one, like the most evilest person of them all in this whole, like this whole the network and stuff like that. And him and his like fiance Janisa, like they act like they're very innocent in all these things. They know what they're doing. They know as clear as day, they know what they're doing. So I don't know why he's manipulator. He's very much like, I feel like he is an evil person just because he's very innocent. The way people perceive him is very innocent and very like, oh, nerdy and stuff like that. Like we take that for granted. Like we really be thinking, oh, he's not gonna harm a fly. No, he does a lot of stuff and a lot of string pulling behind the scenes.
I definitely agree. I feel, especially I don't know if you watched the interview he did with Funky Dineva and the Fox Soul thing, right?
Yeah.
He was basically saying like, oh, like this is what gets the ratings, like the fighting and stuff like that. So it's like he was basically saying like, I gotta do what I gotta do. So it's like to get the money in. So I agree with what you're saying. Like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, it's definitely annoying. Like for real. It's really annoying that he thinks that he can just run everything. But here's my point of view also, because I went on live with Hennessy, I want to say like maybe a week after this all happened, or like a couple days after the reunion had happened. And I gave her like some insight on how I perceive things. Like the show needs to end here while it had its dignity and everything like that. As it ran like the 3 seasons, you have to think like the start of the seasons in season 1, the main objective was to get to Las Vegas.
Right.
That didn't happen because of COVID for season 2. Then season 3 rolls around, you end up in Las Vegas. That's a full circle of what you want to accomplish as far as this show goes. So it's like her beginning of her goal was to end up in Las Vegas. She ended up in Las Vegas.
Right.
So it's like she accomplished that, especially after this whole like all this stuff going on with Amber and all the girls. It's like you need to end out and bow out gracefully while you can, because it's like it's just gonna ruin your show more and more. And I think that Zeus is starting to sway away, even with the Bobby Lights show that they're just dropping now. I think they're starting to slowly change their like their show, because you have to think with Chance, being called out at the reunion and no one wants to date Chance now and all this problem with Chance, it's like you
Right.
just lost the show there.
Yeah,
Joseline
that's
messed
true.
that up at the reunion, and with this whole lawsuit with Amber and Riri and all them, that's another show gone. It's
Right.
like we all, for the last like couple of years, we all been just like, oh, it's just been Joseline, it's been Chance, Joseline, Chance. Okay, now baddies, bad boys. Like,
Right.
it's like there's only a few shows. It's not like there's a large network of shows to choose from. And with 2 shows down, now you only got Bad Boys and Baddies. And so it's nice to see that they're gonna have Bobby Light's show, and maybe they'll change the direction of how they'll perceive and they'll show things on their network after this whole lawsuit. But I heard that they might not even be having a reunion for like Bad Boys. That's what I was hearing.
Right. I'm gonna
Because
make a video about that soon, but there's several cast members that are saying that they're not gonna be coming. Dylan said he's not coming. Moolah, Milan, and Willem also.
yeah,
said
all of
they're-
them don't need to. They don't need to be coming. Like Dylan's taking L's. You
No,
know,
but I feel like we need Milan, Moolah, and Willem. Those 3 were the main part. They were a huge part of the season. Dylan doesn't need to come, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but those 3 were the main part of the season. So if those 3 don't come, there kind of is no reunion, especially Milan. Like without him, there is no show.
And then, like Darrell was even saying he wasn't gonna go up to the reunion and stuff. But I don't even know what's going on with all of that. Like, I just hope that, and not to get sidetracked because it's Jocelyn Cabaret, but like,
yeah, no, we can talk about everything.
yeah,
It's all in the bubble.
but definitely, like, I feel like somebody needs to check Moolah. Like, somebody needs to put their hands on Moolah. I'm tired of this, like, man, always getting away with stuff. And you know what's crazy? I always be telling my man this. I'm like, this man sounds like Chris Rock from Everyone Hate Chris. Like, the way he narrates. And I'm like, no one has ever said this. And I'm like, I always am thinking it. The way he narrates, does his confessional, he sounds just like Everyone Hates Chris. Like, Chris Rock really narrating the story of Everyone Hates Chris. Like, I can't
Chris Rock used to be like, you know my mom.
Exactly. He talks like that. And obviously, it's because he's from New York, and I get that.
Right.
But even like, the whole thing is a mess. Like, I'm tired of Bad Boys. Like, the next 2 episodes are gonna be lame. Like, we already know that this is gonna be, it's gonna go down the drain real quick. And I don't know. With Zeus, we'll have to see how they're gonna rebrand themselves after.
I think they're trying to go towards the more comedic aspect.
Yeah.
That's why they're going for like the Bobby Lights. I feel like even Baddie South, it's gonna be fighting in there and stuff, but I think they're gonna make it a little bit more light, because you know how the teaser looked so like light bright. It didn't look so dark like the Baddie season 1 intro where they made it seem like something was gonna happen between Tanisha and Natalie. Like this promo, which I'm gonna show in this live too, it was so like light. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like they're going towards more of like a lighter direction because of everything that happened with the Cabaret.
Yeah, and the design of it was like a little different too. So I was confused by that. I was like, the design looks completely different what Zoo shows. They have like, you know, the nice 3D like graphics and stuff. This was just like straight 2D. It was like
that intro was trash.
It was confusing on where that was even coming from. So that's even showing to me like they might be trying to rebrand themselves just slightly.
Yeah, slightly, right. But they messed up with that rebrand with that promo, because I was like, that looked like somebody made it off of iMovie on their phone, baby. Because it was just like the graphics, and then like it looked like there was clouds, like not clouds, but like smoke everywhere. I'm like, wait, why is it so smoky and looks so like grainy? And like it was so bad.
It wasn't good, but I mean, I'm excited to see how they keep on wrapping me in. I keep on saying I'm gonna cancel my subscription, but then
don't.
But then I'm like, they're gonna keep on reeling me back in with these little shows here and there. I have to see how it ends. So I don't know, but with this reunion, I think this reunion was a complete like trash mess. I feel bad for Gaia, Wet, and Jordan. Like besides the scene last episode where they had that little 5-minute scene, they didn't say a word for the rest of the whole episode. And like this whole thing was, I don't know, the whole chopping and editing, it's just like,
how do you feel how they ended it? I don't like how they could just close the lights on it. To me, that was so rude. Imagine Brittany just sitting there. Imagine she's gonna be talking a little bit more. Next thing you know, she's sitting in the dark. Like, I would have been pissed.
I feel bad. Like the way this all ended up and stuff like that. It really was and like, even like the host Brittany, I feel bad for her, because you have to think, imagine her thinking she was gonna go and have like a whole like hosting gig here, and then it to be only 5 minutes long and that's it. Like that makes her look bad too, because it's like you can't even mediate because nothing being mediated by the hosts like that. And I understand they had all that tension and stuff like that,
Right.
but like I feel bad for a lot of different people that are in this situation. So I hope that they cut ties with her, like
Mhm.
Joseline. I mean, I don't know if they're going to. I don't know if they're just kind of putting on a fake little front just to please her right now, and then all of a sudden, like, just X her out real quick.
Yeah. I feel like slowly but surely they're either not gonna. This is what I think is gonna happen. They're probably gonna end up not bringing back the cabaret in that format, but they're gonna give her a different type of show to where she won't have to deal directly with the girls. This is what I see them doing. I see them doing like a strip club competition show, and her
Mhm.
being one of the main judges. Something into that effect. Like they're gonna do something to where she's not directly interacting with the girl, so she won't get as much backlash and won't have to maybe physically get into a fight with one of the girls. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah, she needs to do something different. She needs to either be just a judge strictly, and she only is brought in to do just that.
Yeah,
Because clearly, her doing the castmate thing, it's not working. Because she's starting to make mix business with pleasure, and a lot of different stuff. Like you
yeah,
being an executive producer, that's a business thing. But then you getting all these pleasure, like it's mixing your personal life with all your pleasure and all this stuff like that with your business. It's messing everything up with your career.
right.
And it's like, don't get me wrong, I like a couple of her songs and stuff, but it's even making her music look goofy. It's just making her look
Right.
goofy, making Ballistic
I'll
look.
give her this. Like
Yeah.
Hennessy said it on the live. Ballistic is one hell of a producer. His
Hmm.
women beating ass, he could make. I'm telling you, like even the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like I have it on my Spotify. It was playing. I was like, it's catchy and low key. Like fuck, like you know when you hear something and you know you're not supposed to like it, but then it's like it's still a little catchy. So I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, like he knows what he's doing. Like he's a monster with the producing. Thank
Like,
God. I'm telling you, the best thing Jocelyn did was meet Ballistic. I swear to you. If she didn't meet him, I don't know where she would be right now. I swear to you.
but the thing is, like, Jocelyn,
Hmm.
I think she has this mindset, and I don't know if it's just because of stuff she's experienced in the past and all that stuff, but she has that, like, I'm I'm like, somebody's her pimp. Like it's always that. That's how it's perceived in my head. Like she's always with somebody and they're gonna tell her what to do. She's gonna allow them to be in control. Anybody under her, then that she's gonna be in control of.
Right.
You know? So I don't know what else she could do with herself. She's cut all ties with a lot of different things. Like she lost the whole love and hip hop thing. Then for a couple years, nothing. And yeah, like I said, I think Zeus is gonna probably just weave her out, like kind of like how Black China, because like or B Simone, because I've never from all these years of Zeus being popular, I thought like maybe they would bring like B Simone back for like a season 2 of her show.
Yeah. I don't think she wanted to do hers, but I think Black China wanted another season, but I
Yeah,
think she was difficult to work with. But Black
yeah,
China has a history of being difficult to work with just in general.
yeah. So that's why I'm like, I wish we could get some of these shows, but it's like they need to start making they need to like Lemmy Pepper needs to start making his executive decisions and start making them harsher. Don't like allow people to just push you around and telling you what to do
Right.
just because of their follower count or just because who they are. Because there's probably multiple different people that can bring that to that network. You don't have to always just stick to the people that you think just because they tell you what to do, you have to do it. No.
That's
Like
why
make
I'm telling you, you guys have to all support not just the ratchet content, but the funny content too. Like, if you guys don't support the Bobby Lights and the Roller Ray thing, he's gonna start probably bringing back the ratchet content because it's like if they all tune in for that and they don't tune in for the funny light stuff they try to do, he's gonna have no choice but to keep doing the ratchet stuff. Any final thoughts on the reunion episode before I start talking about some of the other topics?
um I just think that it's gonna be interesting how the little lawsuit's gonna play out, and
Yeah,
I'm debating: is it gonna go through? Is it not gonna go through? Do they have a case? How strong is their case gonna be? Because there'll
right.
be loopholes on things that they're gonna drop, and there's certain things that they might win at the end of the day. So I don't know, but the reunion, very disappointing, very anxiety inducing, and
Right, my heart was racing the whole time I was watching it. Like, didn't you feel like you was there? You was just like you was next to K Capri and you was ducking for Joseline. I felt like I was there. Like my heart was racing. Like I was I was about to fight.
Yeah, like for sure. I felt very like anxiety, like bad anxiety the whole time. And I'm like, I'm not even here. And this happened like
Right. Imagine being there. That probably was a pressure cooker like a mother upper. Like, oh.
Zeus played us because why did we wait 2 months for this? Like, if you knew you were gonna edit all this out, you might as well have just given it to us 2 weeks later. We did not need to wait and have this giant buildup. And like, I'm in my delusional mind, I'm thinking, oh, maybe they'll have a part 3 where it's all the unedited version, and they're gonna make us wait until June so rounds before people start canceling their subscriptions. But I know that's probably not gonna happen. So that's
no, because that's why they're smart and telling you. Let me Pepper. That's why I say he's a genius. He's an evil genius because he made sure to drop the baddies teaser and the Rolling Ray thing the day after the Cabaret. So that way, if anybody unsubscribed, they're gonna resubscribe back because baddies, everybody gonna want to tune in for that. So I'm gonna start talking about other topics. Thank you so much for calling in, and please call in for our other after shows that we're gonna have. Okay.
Most definitely will do. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, so this was the video that had me cracking up on the neighborhood talk. I'm gonna rewind it from the beginning. Look at Joseline's face. Anybody else wanting to join, please do. I just dropped the link in the comments down below. Oh, and also I see somebody in the comments named RKP. Are you from Zeus? Because they said, because you guys are really some cheerleaders. You guys said, think outside of entertainment. RKP says this. Amber was fighting before Joseline came out. What judge is not going to question that? She does have that Stevie face in that video. And something else that did happen last night, unfortunately, Lexi Blue got her Instagram disabled. Apparently, she was reacting to the episode, which you should know not to do. Anybody who does reactions of any content of Zeus or networks and stuff like that, you gonna get your stuff snatched. That's why you see me don't do like reactions to shows unless it's like on YouTube and stuff like that. My Gemini Films one, make sure you guys check it out for members only. I'm doing the Bad Boys Club Gemini Films reaction just for my members. So join my membership if you want to see my reaction on that show. But besides that, if it's like network shows and stuff like that, I'll never react to it on a platform because they will snatch your crap like quick AF. So I don't know why she thought she was slick into doing that. And let's get into Raven and Diamond last night, right? These two even argued themselves. You see on the couch when I guess Diamond felt like Raven didn't have her back when they ran up on Amber. She was just like, you didn't have my back. She was like, you didn't even have my back, Raven. Da, 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 da. And then Raven's just like, I did. You missed everything. You really did. You missed everything. So why were they arguing about in that situation? Because I did see Raven kind of get up to at least try to approach her, like do something. So at least she tried to pinch the bitch. Like she tried to at least do something. Andre Armani said, no, they froze Lexi IG because how dumb she looked on the reunion. I don't think that was the reason. I don't think it was the reason. It said she should have stood up for herself. Diamond, I need you next to me. Raven and her 90-degree angle fighting stance. The thing is with Raven, Dexter's Laboratory, she doesn't know how to fight, but she'll at least try to attempt to do it. So you got to kind of give her that kind of credit because she at least put in the effort to do it. Diamond obviously runs that friendship. Of course, Diamond is Raven's nigga. Like she probably pump her chest at Raven and be like, sit down, Raven. Yeah, sit down. Yeah, you gonna sit down. Yeah, nigga. You like she controls it. Like you already know. I thought Joseline said she was not fully black, like in a long time ago interview. That I'm not sure, but last night she set the record straight. I just dropped the link again. Anybody wants to join? She just set the record straight that she is black. So we're just gonna leave it at that because she said she's just like, when I go outside, I'm a black girl. Okay, I'm a black girl. So you gotta let her have that, right? RKP, you said I love Raven, Diamond, and Lollipop. Don't come for me. I'm not coming for you. I'm just laughing because I thought the way you were talking was as if you were a Zeus informant. So I thought you were like a worker of Zeus. That's why I was saying that. But you could love Diamond, Raven, and Lollipop. What am I gonna do to stop that for you? Whitney Green, you said do not defend Raven in any sort. I'm not. I'm just saying she at least tries to attempt. Okay. Big Mama Records, I'm gonna add you to the live. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. What'd you think about last night's episode?
I was so mad. I was so mad. First off, why was Lollipop just had me cracking up? Because why did she think she was so hard the whole time? Like her facial expressions had me. I'm like, girl, sit down. Sit down. Right? It was all like their eyes with Joseline's eyes,
So,
her
ooh.
pupils. Jocelyn's pupils. I was looking at Jocelyn's pupils the whole time. They were just so big. I'm like, Lord, I know I can't say certain stuff, but
Right.
but I was
She
just
was on that Lacey Blow.
yeah. Another thing about Lacey Blow, she should have stood up for herself. You know, I know she's all about her money and stuff like that, but there comes a point when somebody's in your face and they push you, girl, stand up. You got kids looking
Right.
at you, talking about I don't want to I'm looking out for my money. It's girl, go ahead. Like I don't agree with all that.
I feel like she was still pleading her case to join the cabaret. I'm just like, it's over. The cabaret, there is no cabaret. Just like, you feel me? Like, defend yourself at this point because she's punking you. Like, I felt bad. And Lacey Blow, I told y'all, I don't really care for Lacey Blow because I feel like she be capping a lot and stuff like that. Because she even said she didn't get touched or nothing like that. She didn't get
Right, and you got touched.
And we see it. So I'm like, why did you lie knowing damn well they're going to show it? So it's like.
Right. This was her last chance, I feel like, for her to stand up. She didn't stand up for herself in season 2. This was her time. She kept saying she had things to say, and she didn't say anything. But Joseline. So I just thought, she was But another thing too, Kay Capri.
Mhm.
I have not been a fan of her the whole season. But
Yeah.
I'm a fan of her now because yesterday,
yes,
she pulled Henny out the way and bopped Raven. I was like, go ahead. And they was all like, every time they tried to attack her, she was just getting it. When she spit on Joseline was like,
right.
like,
yes.
Right.
You know, that's one thing that makes Joseline mad. Y'all remember on Love and Hip Hop when a scrappy mama spit at Joseline? She was like, you nasty. Like, she had that same reaction. It probably gave her flashbacks.
Right. She was so mad. But yes, I did not like Kay Capri for this, but I have seen Kay Capri because she really did hold it down. And she came out there and did everything she said she was going to do. So, yeah.
For sure. Do you think there is going to be a season 4? And do you want a season 4?
I don't think it's going to be on Zeus. I don't think it's going to be on Zeus. Yeah, I do think it's going to be a season 4, though. Because just like we knew, I don't see why they went on this season. I couldn't, after the stuff that she put on last season, but girls still went. So I feel like there's going to be people who still want to try her or still feel like, oh, she's not going to be like that. And she's entertaining at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we are going to tune in to see Joseline. So maybe not on Zeus, but I do think I could see her doing something for sure.
If there is a season 4, I don't want to see no girls that come on there being like, I didn't think Jocelyn was gonna do me like that. No, now we know Jocelyn gonna do all of y'all like that. So I'm not gonna feel bad for now one girl that walk up in that house. I'm gonna just be like,
no excuse.
Right,
there is no excuse. Exactly, there is no excuse at this point.
And do you think what happened to Lacey Blow was her karma for how she treated Chanel? And how do you think it would have went if Chanel had popped up at that reunion? Because I feel like Chanel would have got hit just for standing there.
Well, you seen the way Chanel reacted when Yummy popped on her. So Chanel was definitely going to be with it. I think Chanel would have definitely jumped in and would have been on Amber Capri's side. But I just think that we just really seen that Lacey Blow just has this whole facade like she's all above it. But a part of being all above it is handling your business like a woman. You did not. You let that woman get into your face and punk you, and you didn't do it. You didn't even say anything but Joseline. And then she's even like on her live trying to act like, oh, well, y'all see how it's edited. Girl, no. You have plenty of time to stand up for yourself and say something. Lexi, I don't know. I mean, I liked her, but I don't know. She looked kind of fraudulent under the light. Like, you just sit here.
I've always said that. Y'all, if you watch my videos, you know I've always said that. I have a good read on people. She's really like, flagrant. Like she
Yeah, she is, and she be trying to act like she's down, and you know what I'm saying. But it's like, girl,
no.
you really not that down. You kind of scary at the end of the day.
Right.
Like,
And they be
it's like
getting on
you
Chanel. That's why I used to hate. They used to always get on Chanel, like low key bully her. And I'm like, you, Lacey Blow, you can't be talking like that because you let Jocelyn punk you and you talk all that crap about Chanel and blah 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 blah. Blah.
Chanel was
And
just,
look
I
what
think
happened.
Chanel was literally just not with the drama. I think Chanel was one of the people who's like, I
Right.
just really don't want to, and it probably made her nervous. But like I said, when Yummy ran up on her, she popped, and I can
Right.
respect that. When Jocelyn got in Lexi's face, what did she do? I don't want to do anything. I don't, you know. It was like, girl, okay, I guess.
Oh god. That scene was so sad to watch, to be honest. Someone said Chanel would have got jumped too. I do think they would have probably tried to attack her, but then it would have been so much people there to try to attack at once. Because
Mm-hmm.
if they attacked Riri like that, I feel like they would have tried to attack Riri before they attacked Chanel. Because you got to think about it, Chanel really never got into it with Diamond, Raven, or none of that. Like, you know what I'm
No, but
saying?
I
Like,
think
it was
Chanel would have stood up for herself though. She would have
right.
been backed up. She would have peep game, got up out the way, you know. And even I think with Jocelyn wouldn't have got in her face again that second time. Just how
Yeah,
she threw whatever she threw at her when she was all mad about whatever Amber said. I don't think that she was gonna let that fly back a second time. I think that she was gonna say
definitely.
what she had to say for sure.
You think she made the daughter thing up? Because I don't think Amber would just talk about her daughter out of nowhere. Like that to me, I feel like was made up, and I feel like she said that in order to make
Just to
Amber
make
look bad.
I never seen anything that Amber said about her daughter besides the fact that she met her. And I think that she was just saying that trying to make, because even when Brittany was like, well, if she really did say that, she just kept saying, yeah, she talked about my daughter. She talked about my daughter. What did she say, Jocelyn? What did she say?
Right.
What exactly did she say? It was just, and then you really couldn't even hear what she said because all you hear is Diamond and Raven. Don't talk to her. Don't talk to her. Don't talk about her. Whatever they was doing, it was just when she said, "Here comes boss lady. Be cool, be cool." That's what that part had me weak. I was like,
Right.
not boss lady, not
I'm
your
like, that's
boss.
all y'all boss. I guess that was like the main producer,
I don't know. I was
but
like, okay, Diamond, okay.
Diamond, who I'm telling. The thing is, it's so funny watching some of these girls on these shows. Had they been, let's, you know how Bad Girls Club and stuff was on Oxygen. Had some of these girls been on the original Bad Girls Club, they wouldn't have lasted not a day.
Not because I want to know why Diamond acts like that. She acts like she is so hard, like just even the way she talks, and and even when she tries to use slang words, she don't even talk. It's just like, girl, what are you talking about? What are you saying? She sounds crazy half the time. It's like, what is she talking about?
Oh my god. Whitney, I see you tried to add yourself. Please join back in. I'm gonna add callers throughout the live, so
Okay.
join back.
Well,
Anybody?
let me get off here so people get off. It was good talking to you.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you so much for joining.
You're welcome. Bye. Good night.
All right. But yeah, anybody else wanting to join, I just dropped the link. I did see somebody named Whitney in the background and they left. So if you want to join back, you can. So yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about too was the teaser for the Valleys thing. Oh yeah, there you go. Hey Whitney, so what's up?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Oh my God,
Yeah, I can
yes, I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Okay,
Okay,
what do
so
you think
I
about
just wanted to
this
say
episode? Mhm.
about this episode.
Yeah,
I think it gave me a headache, to be honest. Like I procrastinated a whole final for this, and sometimes I know what I'm getting into with Zeus. Like I always know what I'm getting into, but I still do it and it always disappoints me. So yeah, the episode was a whole lot of disappointment, bro.
you said you procrastinate, so you missed your final to watch the Cabaret.
I had to. Did you see the hype surrounding the situation? Like I
No, I
tuned
get it.
into
I get
every
it. I get.
single I tuned into every single one of Amber's lives from the hospital. Like the anticipation was in my chest and the day finally comes and I'm let down. It was
Right.
like what happened was basically what everybody was saying happened on live, just a really watered down version of it. And I don't know, the lives were more interesting to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. Also, did you have the air issue that I had? Because I had a huge air issue trying to watch the reunion, and I was so mad because you know how I do my recaps and stuff like that. I was just like, oh my gosh.
Uh-huh. That's crazy because they built up all this anticipation and they knew deep down they were going to let us down, but they still built all the hype, posting 4 days to the reunion, 3 days to the reunion. They knew what they was doing.
What did you think
So do you
about?
think
Go ahead.
do you think like the reunion was like edited so poorly because they're scared of the lawsuit or something?
I think they're trying to help out Joseline to where she doesn't look so guilty. Like if they showed every beatdown, they would have a harder
Mm-hmm.
time with the lawsuit. Because what would happen now with the lawsuit, and what I think is gonna happen, they're gonna ask for subpoena. They're gonna subpoena raw footage. They're not gonna want the edited footage that we saw. They're gonna want raw footage of what happened. So what
Yeah.
Zeus can do, I think what they may do and be like, oh, let's say they'll be like, oh, we lost it, but this is the footage that we have, which is what we saw. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
if they show that, then they kind of have a little bit leniency with the lawsuit versus showing the raw footage of all the fights and Riri getting kicked in the stomach and all of that. That's what I think.
And that was so weird, right? Because like we see the angle perfectly, and then as soon as Riri gets kicked, like it cuts away, like it
Yeah,
purposefully misses the shot. That was another
yeah.
thing that annoyed me. The way Joseline was staring at that producer, oh my god, if looks could kill. Oh my
I didn't talk
god.
about this
That
on
was
my
something of
recap.
nightmares.
I didn't talk about this on
That
my
shit was
recap.
scary. Like
When
she
she
held a
said,
tight lip, her eyes was bugging, like ew. Oh my god, and she wanna call Amber Dusty, bitch, ew.
when she was walking, and then I guess somebody tried to touch ballistic. When she was like, "No, don't touch my N word." She was like, don't touch him. I don't care. You big at, don't touch him. I was like, oh my, this lady does not care.
No, she really doesn't. She walked onto the reunion stage just like, I don't know, like really antagonistic, real villain vibes. And another thing I don't like with Zeus is they like miss out so much context. Context you would only get if you watched the girls live. Like at this
Yes.
point, from the show to the reunion, how do we know Jocelyn doesn't mess with Lexi Blow? Like we don't know none of the shit. How do we know Jocelyn doesn't mess with what's her face?
Oh
Riri.
yes.
We don't
Oh
know any of
yes.
this shit.
Oh yes.
It's
Oh, you
just
better
it's
speak facts. You are
crazy.
correct with that because if you don't keep it like me, I keep up with all them on social media, so I knew everything, them falling out and all that stuff. I knew
Uh-huh.
Lexi Bell wasn't in the cabaret like
Mm-hmm.
weeks before like the episodes and stuff start airing and stuff like that. So it's like if you're just a regular
Me too.
watcher, you're not gonna know at all. You're gonna be
Uh-huh.
like, "What?"
I only
I thought
know because I'm extremely messy, but not everyone is extremely messy. And that's
I live
confusing.
for it. I live that you could admit it. We got 100 people in the chat. If you guys please can hit that like button, please, I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for joining this after show. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to join the chat. And also, do you like the direction that they're taking? Because they dropped 2 teasers of 2 new shows, Baddie South, which I'm gonna be covering, which I've been covering, and then also Rolling Ray and Bobby Light's new show. What do you think about these 2 shows? And you think they're sort of taking like a different route to make it like better? What do you think?
I certainly think that they're gonna start straying away from probably Jocelyn specifically, because she said things like, "Oh, there's gonna be a season 4, but not on Zeus." Ah ha ha! Like she posted that after this backlash, and I guess she felt like Zeus didn't have her back, which I feel like they
Mm,
give her so much leeway that that's unreasonable. But
right.
I think Bobby and Rolling Ray is gonna be a really great show, something different. Because I
Right.
feel like watching Bad Boys and watching Jocelyn's Cabaret back to back, you know what it does to you. Like it fries your brain.
Yeah.
It's it,
It's
it's
it's like
context
eating it's
that
like eating hot
sometimes
Cheetos and then eating hot sausages. It's like you shouldn't be combining
exactly.
the two all the time.
Yeah, I
Because you
need
have
to
to use the
cleanse
bathroom.
my palate. I need to cleanse my palate with some bullshit. And
Thank
that's
you
exactly
so
what that show is. And
right.
and baddies, I'm looking forward to Krishan,
Right. Yes. You already know I'm gonna be covering Baddie South. So I'm excited for that because it's at least a different concept of at least them being on tour traveling versus them just being in a house stuck, not going anywhere. So I'm excited for that. Thank you so much for joining the live, and please
You're
join
welcome.
the next I have it. Thank you so much. All right, I'm gonna add Just Call Me Nee. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Oh my God. You know, last time we had to talk about it. Just call me now.
Just call me now. Okay. Call me now.
You know, I still love you. It's okay.
What do you think about last night's episode?
So listen, I think it was all the host's fault because you know how like BGC used to be structured during the reunion.
Right.
I feel like she came in with an awkward conversation. They didn't know how to handle them. They really didn't know how to how to keep the reunion going. Like they gave them too much idle time to clear the food. Like y'all should have started with questions and not do we want to have a dialogue?
Right. That's what I said this in my recap. Brittany messed it up because y'all should have. This is a reunion. You start off quick, be like, okay, the third season start over. That way they don't have time to sort of anticipate what they finna do. They get hit with questions right away, so they're forced to have a conversation. Her ass was so awkward. Like, are we gonna fight or are we gonna talk? I'm like, why are you asking them that? Of course they're going to fight. They're not going to talk.
I honestly don't like. I have not like no showed it. Oh, I don't even know her name. I think Claudia or something like that.
No, that's not Claudia. That was Brittany.
No, I'm talking about the other one.
Oh, Janisha.
I have not like no show. Janisha has been the host of because she just don't got it to me. Like she not messy enough. She not control the room enough. Like
right.
She just not that girl for hosting reunions. To me,
Roller Ray died, and she's still not that reunion girl.
She's still not that reunion girl. Period.
No, I feel you on that because that's what Tanisha was so good at. Of course, Tanisha, on some situations, she kind of pissed us off because she would snap on certain girls unnecessarily, but she knew how to control the reunions to be like, hey, calm down. We're going to talk about this. We'll do this. Like, she knew how to like round the girls up.
Tanisha. They don't respect you. Like you sit here, y'all sit down, be quiet. Like, girl, you was a substitute teacher. Sit down. Like, they don't respect her enough to chill out. Like, they be like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Right.
They respected Tanisha. Like, they ain't finna get bucked with Tanisha. They finna sit down when she say sit down.
Right. Oh, it was just so bad. Like Brittany messed it up, and I think Janisha topped it off with really messing it up. Do you think there's gonna be a season 4? What you think season 4 gonna be about? You think it's gonna be the same format or not?
I do think it's gonna be a season 4 because I don't think Joseline missing no bag. If they give her a season 4, she rocking out with season 4, and I think it's gonna be like maybe watching those 4 go on tour, like watching them go to the different cities that they claim they're going to or whatever they doing. But I do think they'll bring more girls in. I think if they give us season 4, she's taking that season 4. I don't care.
Yeah, somebody said for season 4 they need to go to Puerto Rico. Now you know damn they're gonna call the Puerto Rican police on their ass messing around fighting in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. But I'm trying to see what everybody else was seeing because everybody else like they see this person hit this person. I didn't see nothing but a bunch of edits or a bunch of flips. Like I couldn't keep it.
You have to go on Instagram. I'm gonna put the accounts probably in the bio. If you go on those Instagrams that I've seen these clips in, they slow it down. Especially one Instagram account, they slow it down to where did you at least see Amber hit and knock out Joseline?
It ain't look like she hit her and knocked her out to me. It looked like she like lunged for her and like Joseline maybe fell back or it ain't look like she hit her to me. Unless that was just the edit.
They slow-moed it down really good. I'm gonna put it in the bio. So make sure you come back to this video. I'm gonna put it in the bio. I'm talking about they slowed it down to the point where you see somebody falling literally on the floor. That's why Ballistic attacked her so angrily because he was mad because that's the first time he sees somebody knock out Joseline. That's why he got so mad.
Yeah,
because he wouldn't have did it to her. She just went like this and just pushed her.
See, that's I just put my unpopular opinion in the chat about this.
I saw that. Please tell the viewers your unpopular
opinion. I feel like he did. Please do not attack her.
We're all allowed to have our opinions. So go ahead.
Yeah. Listen, I'm from a fight city. I'm from Macon, Georgia. So like, let me see my man standing there and I'm getting whooped. Like, it's a problem. No, any person I come to the fight with, let you be standing there and I'm somebody getting the best of me. Like, no, you supposed to jump in. If I see my friend or whoever getting handled next to me, I'm jumping in. I don't care what nobody got to say about it. Like, you're not gonna get the best of my friend or anybody. I can't win.
The only reason why I don't agree with that is because Joseline was asking for it. It'd be one thing if she just got attacked out of nowhere and like, but Joseline was really, on that Lexi blow, and she was really hyphy that night. So it's like, and not even that, to me it was even too, because you know why? She Mortal Kombat kicked Amber. That's why Amber had to end up in the hospital, because her ribs was messed up because Joseline Mortal Kombat her. So the fact that Amber got her back, to me, it was an even lick. Like, they both got each other licks. I feel like it should have been straight from there, because you feel me? Like, they was even in my eyes.
I see y'all point, but it's just they had laid down together every night.
But I see what you're saying. I do see what you're saying. Like, when it comes with like a couple thing and you going home with that significant other, it's like Milan and Rio. Like, Milan just sitting there in the bushes while Rio getting swept around the house. So I get
Don't
it.
start Rio then, because we got look. You already did your recap on that, and I was tuned in. Yeah.
Any final thoughts before I take in the next caller?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna keep watching.
All right, thank you so much for joining, and please tune in to the next after show, and please stay in the chat and see what we're talking about.
Okay.
All right, bye. All right, so I just added 0706. What's up? Unmute your mic, please. Okay.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. Oh, this is the caller that always calls in. What's your name again?
No, this is my first time calling in. Actually, I may just sound like someone.
Right, you did. What did you think about last night's episode?
Oh my God, it was just a hot mess. I do agree with the last caller that I do think that it was somewhat of the host's fault as well. But I think what made it even worse is the security guards was really protecting those other girls. Oh my God. They were like, it was just so sad the way that they were basically allowing them to get the best of the other girls in a sense, even though they didn't beat them up, but they had more of an opportunity to be able to do something to them because they kept holding the other girls back.
Yes. They really did. And you heard them saying it too. They're like, oh, watch out for her. No, you can't touch her. Like, we heard the security say that. To be honest, if I was Lemmy, all those securities would have got fired that night, because y'all can't be picking and choosing who to protect and who to hold back. Like, to me, that's not cool. No.
It wasn't. It just wasn't. And oh my God, I wanted to like Lollipop during the show, but I just want her to add an extra bundle to her hair. That's what I need her to do. Just add an extra bundle. That's it. That's all. Yes. Oh my God, I'm so sick of that thin hair. Listen. And between Raven and Diamond, they just cannot fight, but they want to be big and bad. And of course, we know if security wasn't on their side, they would have been mouth. But to run up the way that they were, they wouldn't have been doing all that. Like, Wet beat Diamond up. She tossed you. She tossed you on the floor like you want nothing.
That's what I said too. Like, that's why it was funny when you saw Amber on the couch. She was like, "This is the same girl that got beat up by Wet. Look at her, talking all that crap. She just got beat up by Wet."
Exactly. Wet just tossed you. You ran up on somebody. You ain't had nothing to do with it. She tossed you like it was nothing. Your arm halfway broke. Like, it was just too much. I do think that Riri was sitting pretty. I hate that Joseline did that to her because she wasn't bothering anyone. She was just sitting pretty, minding her business.
Right.
I like the fact that because throughout the show, we saw Henny run her mouth, but she was somewhat reserved to herself. But those are the ones that you have to look out for because she wasn't playing any games with them girls either. Right. She wasn't playing, and I wish they would have really showed us and not edited so much because she looked like she was giving one of them the business. Henny was giving somebody the business.
Oh yes, when she walked, when the first part when Amber was like, "Don't even try it, big. Don't even try it," and then we saw a blonde hair going like this. That was Henny. She was doing the rock star move.
That was Henny.
Yeah, that was Henny. I was like, okay, I see you, Henny.
Yeah,
I mess with Henny for that. Henny was the MVP last night. We just didn't see it, unfortunately. But she was the MVP.
Exactly. She
She was.
definitely was. I was definitely disappointed with Lexi Blow. Like, she disappointed me all the way. You didn't have to be that scared because there's no way Jocelyn would have been in my face like that. She wouldn't have been pushing me. F the cabaret at this point. Like you said, she's already out of it. So why are you kissing her tail?
Johnny
Like,
said the
no.
first thing, she was like, "You're not a part of the cabaret. No, no." Like she still pleading her case. I'm like, oh Lord, oh
Just
Lord.
doing the absolute most. And yes, you basically can tell that everything Amber said happened.
Yes,
Everything was the truth that she said. And like you said, they edited so much, but they still kind of told on Ballistic because again, they
right.
showed what he said, and then we saw what Diamond said as well. Like, y'all would do the same thing if that was your girl. Like, so they basically confirming that, okay, yeah, he did something to her. Even though, as you stated, when they subpoena the information, y'all gonna have to get them the raw footage anyway. You can't give them edited footage. So they might as well have showed us what happened.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because they are gonna subpoena for the raw footage. Like, I already know that they are. And the thing is, the person who I think has the strongest case is Riri. That's why we barely seen Riri's fight. We saw somebody told me in the comments that we saw a little kick from Jocelyn or some type of way of somebody kicking Riri, but I feel like she has the strongest case out of all the girls because she really everybody else. If the judges looking at the reunion, it does look like everybody else was still being aggressive and both parties were being
Uh-huh.
aggressive, but Riri literally was just sitting there. So she
Yep.
has a good case.
She does. It'll be a Monique and Candace situation where
Yeah,
Candace lost her case because, of course, she was aggressive and, you asked for that beat down, you got it.
right. But the person that's
So,
gonna be writing sticky notes and putting it on the refrigerator is gonna be Jordan. She's gonna be like,
it,
"I'm right,
yes.
it's right."
Jordan did not know what to do. Do you hear me? She was lost and she should have pulled a Gaia and just
And
left.
hopped off the stage.
Yes.
Gaia,
She
Gaia, Gaia did her a dojo move and hopped up off the couch and ran up on.
That's what Jordan should have done because she was just like, okay, I'm here, but listen, I'm
Right.
just watching. Look,
Gaia, listen, Jordan was like this the whole time on the stage. She both hands on her head. She's like, this cabaret stressing me out. Like she didn't know what to do with herself. I felt so bad.
she
I'm like,
did
oh
not know
Lord.
what to do. Wet was over there with Paris and London and was just like, okay, I'm going to let the animals act up.
Right. There's an animal on the loose.
Yes,
Oh God.
I love Kay Capri now. Oh my God, she is very loud, but I love her, and I feel like she held her own. She did. She held her own. I
Mhm.
wish she could have got Lollipop the way she wanted to. Now I do feel like on the first part, the little bit that we saw, that Lollipop she was sticking with her. She looks like
Yeah.
she was throwing more than Kay Capri was, but Kay
Yeah.
Capri held her own.
Right.
But
For sure.
overall, I just think that it was just a hot mess. And I do think that they probably will need to bring in another host other than Janisha because she can't handle Jocelyn. She can't handle her.
Yeah, I feel like they do need to. Maybe she should be like the backstage host. Remember on BGC towards the ending of the season, they used to have somebody backstage when somebody ran off the stage or got beat up. They'll be like, "Oh, what happened?" Like one season, Erica Mena did it. She's like, "You have to get out there and tell your story." Like,
Yes.
yeah, she could be the backstage person to sort of
And
get
that's
them
what, because
together.
listen,
She could
she
have
tried
zipped
to
up
speak
Kay
up and
Capri.
Jocelyn just make her shut up.
Right. She could have zipped
Like,
up Kay Capri's dress. When
it
Kay
was
Capri was
just
like,
too
"Can you
much.
zip me up?" She could have zipped her up. So
And of course, I'm not surprised when it came to Ballistic because we all saw last season when he jumped up like he was gonna beat Lex. So I'm not even surprised that he even put his hand on Emma because he definitely act like he wanted to put his hands on Big Lex last season. So that's not shocking at all.
for sure, because the way he was talking to Big Legs, he was like, "Shut your mouth! You gonna shut your mouth?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh!" Even Janisha, you saw Janisha's face. She was just like, Oh my God, we're gonna have to calm down, guys. Ballistic, calm down. We're gonna stop. Okay, we're gonna have to reset. Calm down. Like she was shocked last season. I have some other callers, so I'm gonna drop you for now. Thank you so much for joining tonight's after show. Please join any future after shows I have for this channel. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
All right, you have a nice night. All right, Lady D, I'm finna add you. What's up? What's T?
Hey boo. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Listen, my phone, it was giving very jealous.
Yeah.
It was giving very jealous.
Because I saw you
it was
pop
not
up and then
trying
you
to
was
let me
gone. I said,
breathe.
oh no. What'd you think
I
about
was
last
like,
night's
oh, that. What's going on here?
episode?
I felt like my phone was over here being Raven.
Right? You sound just like Raven. What'd you think about the Cabaret reunion last night?
Oh my God. First of all, it was a whole lot of and I couldn't. I was like, what's going on? I'm trying to see. I'm wearing glasses. I'm like, hold up. I'm trying to pinpoint heads.
Right.
It was just a whole lot. And I get what everybody else is saying. Like, first of all, Jamisha, I just want to start off with her. And Lemmy, actually. Grow some cojones. Okay?
He did though. You didn't see him come on stage.
No,
say,
it wasn't enough for
"Jocelyn, I'm
me.
gonna
It
control the
wasn't enough for
situation here."
me because you let Joseline talk to you all types of crazy like it's not your own network. And so did your wife. Like, nah, excuse me, if we cutting your checks, you ain't gonna finish to talk to me or my wife the way you or my girlfriend, whatever she is, wife, girlfriend, what fiance, whatever. You ain't finna talk to her that way. Cause she said, like, literally, she was like, no, Jamisa, you know me. All right, just because I know you, you don't have to sit here and act a
Right.
fool on my set. Cause that's what it is. It's my set.
Right.
Cause I am
Very
the
much
executive producer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like at the end of the day, Zeus, they can take the fault for this because it is their show. It is their
Right.
network.
Right.
So you have to have some sort of get everybody together. And I'm like, nah, y'all being a little bit too nice for me. This is why all this chaotic stuff is going around. Grab some, like, get your cojones and be like, listen, all y'all sit down or ain't nobody getting a check. I ain't got time for this.
You know damn well if he had did that, the cast would have went a postal. K Capri would have threw a whole couch at Lemmy and be like, "I'm not getting a check. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here." Like no, the cast would have really went postal. He did that. I really think this what they should have did. They should have removed Joseline for a point in time. I know it's her show and blase, but they should have removed her for a little bit and then put her back for a little bit and remove the loser couch. You know, when she came out there, loser. They should have removed the loser couch and put them off to the side for a little bit and then let Joseline have her segment with the winners and then remove Joseline and then let the cast sort of go back and forth without fighting. Because I feel like Joseline being there kind of made them want to prove themselves as fighters now, like Gutter said. So, yeah.
But they didn't prove themselves as nothing but I didn't see nothing connect. If you really want to say anybody that did damage, quote unquote damage, I give it to Lollipop. She wasn't, she really wasn't letting K3 get the best of her.
She was on her Shark Tale methods that night.
You know what's so funny? I was like, dang, she really do look like that fish from
She does. Lola. That's on Shark Tale, bitch. She really does look like it for real. Like it's so
damn, why they do that to her?
Not ugly. She just looks different every time you see her. Last night on that reunion, she looked so evil and different. But then you'll see on the episodes, and she looks just different. Like, I don't know.
And then you know what? I love K Capri. Shout out to her. Mm-hmm. Because she me. Because when Raven came out there, and it was like, first of all, it was giving jealous because Raven, the outfit was bomb. Yeah. Give credit when credit's due, love.
It was. She looked like she was getting ready for a motorcycle photo shoot. It was really rough.
Honey, she looked good. Give credit when credit's due. And honestly, I'm like, Raven, you didn't have to say anything. Like, you could have just been quiet. Like, after K Capri sit there and said that, you was like, oh, you look good, whatever. You could have just sat there and be quiet. But it's always like, they didn't have any order to where it was back and forth. Like, Jamisha was over there telling her, don't respond. And then all the bid behind security was pissing me off. Like, why is so many bids behind security? Why y'all so big?
They really did need it that night, to be honest, because if they didn't have them big behind securities and they had little skinny securities like they be having on some of these other shows, they would have been, everybody would have been able to get out of the grips of them and really been tussling that night. So I'm just saying.
Well, hey, that's what we want to see. Listen, Amber got her one little boom out. You know what? I ain't even gonna hold you. I really was hyped just to see that one part.
Oh, to see Amber and Joseline.
I'm not
gonna lie.
Get Joseline one good time. I'm like, yeah, finally somebody got her.
You know the ending of Matilda when the Miss Trunchbull, I think her name is, when they hit her with the chocolate cake and they started spinning her around. It felt like the end of Matilda when Matilda won and the bad teacher went down. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did anybody else have anxiety watching this? Because I felt like I was having anxiety. Like, I felt like
I was there. Another caller that called before you, I don't know if you tuned in after they did. They said this. They came on and said it. The first caller I had, I think his name was Dimitri. He said this. He said he had a lot of anxiety. I did too. My heart was racing. I felt like I was there. I'm like, oh, somebody walked in my room. I'm like, what's up? You feel me? Like,
right? I'm in the room like, oh, who coming? Like, I'm like, I'm not even a part of it. So I felt like with me having that anxiety watching it,
imagine
them being there, and it be like 10 times as worse. Honey, I'm Gaia. I'm Gaia and wet on the couch.
With the teddy bear. Do you think there's gonna be a season 4?
I think, let me tell you, Joseline makes Zeus money. She does. She makes them a lot of money. Because remember, nobody really knew what Zeus was, who Zeus was without Joseline's Cabaret. It came with Joseline's name. So now, yeah, we have all these shows that they're producing and everything like that. But for real, Joseline is what made Zeus their money. So I think they are going to have a season 4. I just think they're going to have to clean it up a whole lot of bit and go a whole new direction. Definitely cut out the fighting.
Definitely.
For like a season, at least.
Someone said we do need an all-star season at one point. You know, damn well, none of these girls gonna come back unless it's some real money on the line and Johnson's not the host. They just gonna have to call it Cabaret All-Stars.
And did you see the way she was talking to the security? Hold up.
That was really rude. She was like, you big ass.
Right. First of all,
don't be catching up on my, you big ass. I said, oh my, she's so disrespectful.
I was like, but I do like, I want to commemorate all the security guards, because even though everybody try to say like, oh, they let like Ballistic attack her, like, if I don't know if y'all could hear, like, you could go back and hear it, but you hear them saying like, oh hell no, and they like rushing over to like jump on him and get him off of her, because like a lot of guys there, security guards, were not okay with that. They were not okay with that.
Yes, that is
like,
true.
Even in the back, you hear them saying, "Oh hell no!" Like, he crazy. Like, what's going on here? I'm like, yeah. First, like, I don't feel like for that whole thing. Here's my thing. I understand where people are coming from, to where it's like, your man, if it's you, your man there or whatever. And listen, I'm in a situation, so it's been listen. Oh. I mean, telling myself, I'm in a situation where it's been me and my brother, you know what I'm saying? And my brother's on his own, and he got a whole bunch of guys trying to jump him, and I'm jumping in. You know what I'm saying? That's my blood on God. Like, I jump him on, period. But that is a totally different situation, to whereas if my brother is with me and he see a whole bunch of females, at the end of the day, with the way I was taught, I'm fighting all them females. Period on God. Now, I'm not going to he's not going to let me get messed up to the point where I'm going to get messed up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm a female and he a man. He not about to put his hands on no female at the end of the day. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like, he gonna say you gonna have to handle that. And if you take your L, you take your L. Now he not
right,
gonna let me get my butt whooped. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Like to
But
me, I felt like it was even because it's like Joseline kicked her in her stomach and got Amber good. Like she really jitsu kicked her. And you know how guys said, "You want
yeah,
to go in the
we didn't
dojo?"
see
She
it,
went in
but
the
I
dojo.
listen. I felt it for Amber. I was there. I felt it. I
Yeah, you
felt it.
felt that kick. So it's like Amber just got her lick back. It was even. It's not like Jocelyn was getting jumped and then you feel me? If Jocelyn was getting jumped, it still wouldn't have been okay, but
That's
it would
what
have
I'm
at least
saying.
looked a
Johnson had
little
her
bit
3 little
justifiable.
minions. So what you need to sit there and jump
Right,
into anything for?
right. They should have
Like,
jumped. To be
it's
honest,
a girl's fight. Stay in a man's
right.
position. You stay there and you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like men getting the females fights because that's you start doing too much. Because at the end of the day, when a male sit there and check you on that, you gonna have a problem. Because when
Right.
somebody pull out a gun because you out there mess with somebody's sister or mess with somebody's wife or mess with somebody's mom, bro, it's a problem. And then you lost your life. Because I felt what K Capri said. Like, I had a gay boy.
Mhm.
Literally, I had a fight. A gay boy came and he hit me in my face. And the fight happened because
Right.
one girl hit my gay best friend. At the end of the day, my gay best friend did not go for that female. He went straight for her gay best friend. Because at the end of the day, he not gonna hit her. You know what I'm
Right. It seems
saying?
like an even
So
match. Right.
it's even match. You way stronger than Amber, and on top of that, you way bigger than Amber.
Yeah.
Ain't no winning in that. You can toss around Joseline like that. That's cool. But who says you want to toss around somebody's sister or mother like that? Nah, you out of here. I felt Kate McCree when she was like, "I'm gonna get you touched." That be me. That be me.
Kate Capri was
I be
not
making those
playing
items.
last
I'm
night.
gonna
Like
get
she
you
was,
touched. And
you could tell Kate
I be on
Capri.
that.
She felt everything that was happening that night. Any final thoughts before I take the next caller?
If they do come back for season 4, I just hope they make a totally new girls. Everybody new.
Everybody knew. No, I feel like Dexter's Laboratory and Diamond in them. They're not letting up. They're stuck forever to the
I know she
Cabaret.
gonna bring them little super behinds back, but they let's see how far they make it into the season
They're gonna
because
end up falling out because Justin falls out everybody. So their day is coming and it's gonna be a bad day. And I feel like the first person that's gonna end up turning on Jocelyn and Jocelyn gonna end up turning on them is gonna be Lollipop. I feel like
I
Jocelyn
knew it.
doesn't
I
really like
knew it. Yeah,
Lollipop.
it's gonna be
She doesn't really like
Lollipop.
Lollipop. I'm sorry.
I don't like Lollipop either. I think
Especially when
Lollipop
she
she be
said
doing
that,
stuff for clout.
oh bitch, you think you light skin and you think you Beyonce. That's some deep seated stuff. You can tell she doesn't like Lollipop. Like that's deep seated right there. Who says that? Like you think because you light skin, you pretty, you think you Beyonce. Like where did that even come from? Just because she didn't say good morning to you? Like what? So yeah, I feel like that's gonna be the first person that turns is Lollipop.
Oh
Because it's only
yeah,
I gotta
hopefully
remember
he
it's
gonna
only
get.
Lollipop, Riri, and Diamond. Jordan's not a part of the Cabaret anymore. She bowed out gracefully.
Another thing, why was Jordan standing up? Jordan, sit your behind down on the couch
They
with
say
Wet
she
Wet.
stood up because Jocelyn would have got in her ass if she did it. So that's why.
So then you leave.
All right, I'm gonna
Then
take
you
the next.
leave.
I'm gonna take the next call. And thank you so much for joining. I don't want to get too
You're
late.
welcome. Bye,
Yeah, no
guys.
problem. Thank you for joining. All right, I'm gonna add you next. Be fresh, so please be ready. Tell me what you think about last night's episode. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, man? Last night was crazy, bro. I just wanted to come on here
Yeah.
and get full feedback of what I thought. Cause I feel like Zeus is full of shit. Everybody was so ready for the reunion. But when we finally see it, it's like nothing was shown. The kick, everybody in the comments talking about the kick. I didn't even see the kick.
Oh, the kick with Riri.
The kick with Riri or the kick with Amber.
We saw a glimpse of the kick with Amber, but everybody was telling me in the comments they saw the glimpse of the kick with Riri, but I didn't see it. I guess I got to go back and watch it, but I didn't
It's
see it.
it's quick. It's real because you really only thing you see is Riri getting hurt. Like you see her like
Yeah, you see like her head going crazy, her hair all of a
yeah,
sudden looked like she
that's
got
all they
electrocuted.
showed because I think Riri's a big person in the lawsuit. So they made sure, okay, let's not show her. They got everything looking like Riri just came there and got attacked for no reason. And then the
Right,
kick with Amber, like I think a lot of those things that are addressed in the lawsuit are not shown at all. Even ballistic, like in the trailer, you see her, you see him grabbing her hair. I don't
right,
think even showed that part on the reunion when her hair got grabbed and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, they made sure to edit that out, but it's in the trailer, so it's still gonna probably be used in the lawsuit. So I don't know why they even dropped that trailer with it in there.
For sure, they definitely gonna use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
But
think there's gonna be a season 4? And do you want it to be a season 4?
I mean, honestly, I ain't gonna cap. I like Joseline. You know, she give up. She's a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. Like we like dark energy. It's something crazy. Like
Dark energy. She's
it's the
too dark.
dark energy thing. Like we actually thrive off like dark energy. Like I don't know what it is. Like because you know the Scorpio moon just came. Like it's crazy. It's a lot of I don't know. I just like her personality. I don't feel like none of that shit was right that she did. And
Yeah.
I feel like she only got the girls to like she only did that because she needed. Okay, now look at last season. She didn't have no girls like stand up for her like that. Totally different. So I'm pretty sure she told Amber and Diamond, not Amber and Diamond, Diamond and Raven to do all that extra shit. Cause Lollipop wasn't even doing it. Lollipop was just getting that cake free the whole
Right.
time. So it was kind of like, yeah, they did that because of Joseline. She told them to do it.
When it comes to how Lexi Blow got punked or whatever, do you think she should have reacted back?
Man, that shit, that's a shame, bro. I swear, I don't got no respect for Lacey Blue. I don't know how people looking at her. Like the first season, I fucked with her. The second season made her look so bad. It's like she probably shouldn't even did the second. Like she
Yeah,
should.
I don't think she should have came back. She should have just stayed. Everybody loved her on the second season, so I wouldn't even ruin that.
Yeah, she really just the reunion just made her look like she shouldn't have did none of that shit because she was begging Joseline to see her side. Like, oh, I wasn't doing nothing wrong. I wasn't doing. I'm like, man, you don't goddamn pop her ass in the face or some shit.
Somebody in the comments, Uni said Lexi had the biggest chance to rock her. She really did, because she was like this. Like Jocelyn was like right there. Had she hit her real quick and ran, because you know security probably would have tried to let Jocelyn
Right.
loose. You feel me? Like you know, that's what Lexi probably would have did. She would have been like, oh.
Right, and bro, that's what I'm saying. Like Lexi, she's proven to be weak. The only time I can say that I respected Lexi is when she fought Gaia. Like
Yeah.
she didn't go out like no hoe on Gaia, but Gaia didn't go out like Gaia was just acting crazy. She ran over the couch and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's
But I
because
know she didn't want to
Gaia
fight.
has like traumatic past, so like being abused and stuff like that. So I think the whole environment was triggering her. That's why she left the way she did.
But then she fucking squats and fights people. Like
That's what I'm saying. I feel like she did all that for the show, because it's like, how could you do that all fighting and like you casting the demon out of wet and all that stuff
a
and
wet,
flipping at
yeah,
her,
wet.
but then it's like the reunion, you're like, oh my god, I can't do this. So it's like I don't get it. But
So who was
that's
your favorite
Gaia.
tonight on stage? Like who was your favorite?
What do you mean? Like who was the MVP of the night?
Yeah, like and your like who was your personal favorite tonight? Whether it be from
For
the
me,
whole season or just
it's a 3-way tie, but it's really a top two. K Capri and Amber. And Henny's a close third, because Henny
I swear, yeah.
was rocking at in the first episode. They just didn't see it because they don't want her to look good. And then K Capri's the 10 toes. It was at one point, it looks like she was gonna get jumped by the whole team, and she was by herself. And then of course Amber, because she got Joseline for the one time, and saw her
I
chance and
mean,
slipped in there.
I ain't gonna cap mine too. Mine too would be Amber and Cake Free, but
Yeah.
I don't feel like Henny. I did see now she did jump in. I think the second, but one time I did catch her. Like I think the first time Amber got up to fight, she was not. She didn't get up, and she should have got up when all them girls got up and tried to goddamn come at her. She had backed up on the couch. Like you thought it looked like she was finna get up, and she's like sat back down. I was like, oh shit, she
Wait,
ain't even gonna
Henny?
help the girl. I swear, like go back and watch the first time
You
Amber
gotta
got up.
go at us in detail. I am.
Yeah,
I
it
am.
had. She just sat back. I was like, wow. But then the second time, they got up so many times. She actually got. I don't know if she got up to move, but I mean, one time she just was sitting there, and I know K Capri couldn't really help her because she was going crazy and shit
Yeah.
on the other side.
She did. K Capri did help Henny at one point, because I guess Raven and one of them ran to attack Henny. I think it was Raven. So K Capri pushed Henny aside and choked Raven.
Oh shit! I ain't see
Yeah.
it. So I can't even see all that. I couldn't even see all that.
Yeah, it was really quick. A lot of the stuff that we saw, like you have to like, it's like quick 2 second slips. Like you
Yeah,
see a quick fight,
had to
and
be.
it cuts, and they just showing the camera, and we see the camera just wobbling like.
It had to be like the BGC editing shit. Like, why are y'all? We want to see it. Y'all supposed to be better than that.
They're not gonna get and incriminate themselves. Any final thoughts before I take on the next caller?
Final thoughts would be, I don't know if this is related, but did y'all see the fucking Baddie South trailer?
Yeah, so we were talking about it earlier. It looked very much iMovie cut and paste.
Man, that shit
I
gonna
don't know
be
what happened.
my homeboy is there now. Like, he's
Yeah,
telling me shit. Like, when Sydney came, he was like, "Bro, they're going crazy." And like, he was like, "This shit really happening." I'm like, I
it
mean, of
does seem a
course,
little fake, but I'm
it
looking forward to it because it's more promising than season one. I'll say that.
yeah, cause
Mm-hmm.
like, but the thing right now is, it's like I feel like I know too much.
Oh,
Like, I
okay.
feel like I know too,
Right,
like
right.
the whole fucking season already. We're gonna talk about it later though, but
Yeah.
yeah,
All
that
right.
was
Thank you
it.
so much for joining. I'm gonna add in the next caller. Thank you so much for joining every
All
time.
right,
Thank you.
no
Thank you.
doubt,
Thank you.
bro.
All right. All right. I'm gonna add in Riri, and then last is gonna be Amira. It's late. I'm not gonna take no more callers after these last two callers, y'all. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. Hey, Riri. Is this
Hi.
the real Riri?
No, they say she just had a baby child, but I don't know. But first of all, I just want to say I love your channel so much. I love that you say things that are meaningful and you don't just talk to talk. I love
Thank
that.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Second of all, I think if Joseline's show gets renewed for another season, they need to make a rule saying that you can't do any hard drugs before you come. Because I know somebody, I forgot who that was in the second season reunion, they said that Joseline would just like sneak off and just go do coke in the bathroom, child. So
Ooh.
I know she shared her little
Allegedly.
booger sugar with the three minions that she had out there.
Allegedly, the booger
Oh
sugar.
yeah, oh yeah, allegedly. I think all of that was just pure, unadulterated, just coke rage. That personally, that's just what I think it was. Like
Yeah.
if you look at last season's reunion,
Mhm.
it's pretty much the same thing. It's just Jocelyn showing up and just being crazy and outlandish. It's just crazy. But I really enjoyed K Capri, Amber, and Hennessy
Yeah.
because like me and my boyfriend watched this together, and he always said like he didn't like K Capri because she was so loud. But
Yeah.
then in the reunion, you can tell that her and Amber and Hennessy were the realest people. K Capri
Right.
continuously pointed out that the security were just helping Jocelyn. Like it's just so nuts the fact that we could all see how rigged this is. Like we can all see how everything is in Jocelyn's favor, and the safety of those girls was not in consideration from the beginning. So I don't know who will be joining the Cabaret season 4. I don't know who in their right mind would do that, but
Right.
I'm sure some crazy people out there to do it.
Welcome to Cabaret. Someone said there won't be a show if they can't do the hard stuff. Y'all wrong.
Bruh, this
Not the
honestly,
hard stuff.
literally, I why do I kind of like Jocelyn's music? Because
I talked about this. I don't know if you were tuned into this whole live, but I said this. Ballistic is a hell of a producer. Jocelyn meeting Ballistic was the best thing that could have happened to her because he is a hell of a producer.
yeah,
Like
he is. He
every
makes beats
song
and he
is
beats
like,
women, child.
yeah.
He makes beats and
To
he
be
beats
honest,
women.
for it to be a season 4, Ballistic shouldn't be involved.
I agree.
They need to bring all new girls or whatever, and it needs to be a panel. It can't just be Jocelyn on her own. I feel like she should be like the main judge, and they should make it a competition to where like they eliminate girls, and it's like only 4 girls make it, but they eliminate girls each episode type stuff. You get what I'm saying? Just so it makes a little
Yeah,
more sense.
I completely agree with that. Or
Yeah.
like if you watched Big Legs Baddie Collection, even though it was really low budget, I
Right.
like the way that they did. I like the way that they did the challenges and stuff, and I
Yeah.
thought it was really entertaining, and it really took the focus off the fact that we couldn't hear everything clearly. So, I really think that they should definitely do more than just like film them in a house twerking on a pole because I want to see
Right.
them do other stuff.
Rehearsing.
Yes. Oh, also another question. Do you watch Gaia's YouTube channel? Because
I
I
tuned in
watch.
for a little bit of it, but I know she's been uploading recently, right?
Yes. The video she posted on the day of the reunion, you definitely should watch it. It's called like Joseline is on coke for sure, and
Oh, she,
that yeah, she titled it that word for word. I definitely
oh
think you should
wow.
watch that.
I'm gonna
Yes.
watch that. I should probably react to that and post it for you
Yes,
guys.
please, because I would definitely watch it, even though I've watched it like 5 times. I would
I'm
definitely
gonna
watch it
probably
because you
react to
posted
that
it.
probably tomorrow.
Yeah, girl, and she was like so traumatized. She talked about how traumatized she was. You were exactly right. She
Yeah,
has been through so many traumatic situations. You can't just, be in that in
but
that
it was a
situation.
trigger to her. That's why it kind of doesn't make sense how Guy acted, because it's like you kind of want. I guess because she got jumped on the first episode, so it put her into defense mode that like I gotta fight all of y'all and do my sumo
Right.
wrestling moves on y'all.
Right.
So that's what I think it was.
Right. And I know one other caller was talking about Janisha John. I know she's in the background just like all those other people telling like, K Capri to fight people. She's pulling the strings just like anybody else. And nobody realizes that. Like if they wanted somebody to really help them reconcile, they would bring like a Yamla or somebody. Like
Yeah,
Janisha John, Miss Virgin Islands cannot do anything for these people.
she's
They have
gorgeous.
horrible
Don't get me
communication.
wrong, but she's just
She
not
is.
a reunion host material. Like maybe she could host like the after show, like they came up with a cabaret after show, or like I said, her being backstage. But I just feel like them starting off the reunion and not starting off with direct questions kind of amped up everybody fighting, because her and Brittany being like, are we gonna talk or fight? Of course they're gonna choose fight.
Exactly, and I think like Lemuel and stuff, he's just as messy as everybody else. He's the one he wanted this to happen. He only jumped in when things were getting really, really crazy. But like this is a common theme on all the shows. There is not one show that I have seen on Zeus that nobody has fought in. like
That's
like
true.
old Lemuel just wants all this shit to happen, but it's gonna blow back on him. Like this lawsuit, it's gonna do something, or somebody gonna do something, because he shouldn't, as a CEO, like getting yourself this like involved. It's just very messy to me. They
Right.
need yeah, it was just
At least he
nuts.
makes sure to blur out his face, unlike Natalie. We be seeing
We
Natalie
know
come
that's
in
Lemmy.
chin.
We know that that's Lemmy, sir.
Yeah,
We
we know
see it.
it's him though. We do
We know
know.
that
But
voice.
people that are not faithful Zeus watchers, they wouldn't know. Like they watch like every now and then, they wouldn't know. But we of course know every time he come in with the same black hat on. We see him.
Y'all, you gotta stop, y'all. You
Gotta
can't do
start.
this, y'all.
We gotta stop here, guys. Like I'm taking control. Jocelyn was like, "What? Oh my god!" She didn't believe
Bruh.
it. That's how Jocelyn was shook that he went up there and checked her. Any final thoughts before I take on the next caller?
You are a great person. I love your channel,
Thank
and
you so much.
it's
Thank you.
just there's just so much editing that you can't really form a real opinion because we didn't even see everything. I
Right.
mean, we see, yeah. So, I like that you're covering this, and I hope you have a good night.
Thank you. You too. Thank you so much for joining.
All right, no problem. Bye.
All right, we're going to add Amir next. So Amir is the last caller that we're adding. What's up, Amir? What's up? What's up? What's up? Amira, I'm sorry.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's a little cracked, but speak again.
Okay. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, so I just have this one quick question.
Yeah.
So after the whole situation with Amber and Ballistic, you saw Ballistic's face was all marked up.
Right.
Do you think Amber did that or security? Because I remember Amber went on live saying security kind of roughed him up a little bit. And that's the one thing I really wanted to know. Like, what do you think?
Like when she got up and her hair was like messed up.
Yeah.
That was because of Ballistic. That was after. So basically, when she
No. I'm
Yeah.
asking. You saw Ballistic's face was marked up. He had like a bruise on his face.
Right, that was because of Amber. That was, I think, because of Amber. I think that was because of Amber for sure. Because Amber was saying, she even said it herself, and we don't know Amber to be a liar because everything she said so far has been proven to be true. She even said she was just like she was getting it in with him, like even though he's a man, like she still was holding her own. So I believe that was Amber for sure.
Yeah, I was really wondering that. And then the second thing I really had a problem with was I don't understand why Lexi is so upset because last season, you sat there and listened to Joseline tell Sapphire that her baby daddy is dead and gone and to get over it. You still sat there with a straight face. You sat there and let Ballistic get in Big Lex's face and sat there with a straight face. Now he's doing the same shit this season, and now you're all concerned because Joseline got in your face. Like,
Right.
what did you expect?
I don't get what.
But that's all I
don't get
really
what
had
she
to
was
say. I
pleading.
love your show. I watch every time you.
Thank you. Please try to tune into my other content that's not Zeus, y'all. I'm trying to make this channel not be all about Zeus. That's why I'm covering housewives and everything like that. So please check out my other content and everything like that. So that's it for the live tonight. The live is lit. Make sure before I head off, hit that like button, y'all. That's the only thing I ask for you guys is just to hit that like button. It helps to keep the entertainment lights on and the mics going, okay? And also, if you guys haven't joined my membership where we would get exclusive content on my membership soon, I'm going to be interviewing somebody from Zeus very, very soon and get their perspective on the show that they were on. I'm not going to say who it was, but this is going to be released to my members only first, and then I'm going to release it to my channel. So if you want first access to this interview, please join the membership, which I just dropped the link now. So it's an exclusive, okay? I just dropped the link now, please. Okay, I'm going to read some comments and then I'm going to head up. All right, so A1 said there was one security like, hell no. That was the guy who, I guess they were all jumping on Ballistic when they noticed he was hitting Amber. All right. Okay, so y'all imagine Black Widow, you say y'all imagine Big Lex, Miss Natural, K Capri, and Amber against the Minions. I don't think they would have been able to handle all that, to be honest. Those scratches might have been from Amber. I really think those scratches were for Amber because I don't think the security would have did that much damage to him. I think the security was trying to get him off of her. They weren't trying to at least hit him, but they were trying to at least get him off of her. But then Amber did go on live saying that the security roughed him up because he was just on top of her and everything like that. Ashley said she did try to grab Justin's arm, but in a let's talk about this, please don't find me tied away. That is true. All right, imagine if Miss Natural was on this season. It would have went kind of crazy. Oh, RKP, you said is Yummy P the interview? Nope. You're gonna have to subscribe to the membership to see, and if not, you're gonna have to wait until I release it to everybody. So stay tuned for that interview coming soon. And entertainers, y'all, this was a long live, y'all. Really long. So thank y'all for all joining. We have 102 people in the chat, y'all. So hit that like button before I end this chat. I'm gonna give y'all a couple more seconds, please. That's all I ask. Hit that like button, baby. Entertainers, we are out, y'all.
No personal thing.